Well, hello. It's good to be seen by you. Pastor Sam here. Just want to give you guys a brief update of what is going on in the life of our church family. We've got four things I want to talk about: gathering, praying, reaching, and meeting. Let's talk about gathering. So as you know, we are gathering as a church on Sunday, three services, 8:15, 9:30, 10:45. We have to RSVP. That's just an attempt to try and balance things out. And we are requiring masks, but certainly not reprimanding those who have to make different decisions about that for whatever reasons. But we are encouraged because a good percentage of the church is gathering. And we are worshiping Jesus together. It is difficult. It's not normal. It is different than what we are used to, but it is certainly less than many of the restrictions and the things that the church over the centuries has to endure. And so we joyfully endure such things so that God's people can be together. So we encourage you to gather with us. Last week we had a guest preacher, Nate McGlinchey. He is the lead pastor of Bridge City Church. That church is a smaller church, been around for about 6 years, and they have been meeting in our space in the evening because as a portable church, they actually have nowhere to meet. The schools are not going to allow them to meet. The city is not going to allow them to meet in the park that they once rented, at least a facility there. And there is no, it's kind of indefinite. They may not be able to gather even till January. So be praying for these portable churches. There's a lot of them out there, and they are really struggling. So we opened up our facility to them and allowed them to meet. And so Nate preached for us, preached out of Psalm 27. It was an encouragement to everyone. I particularly appreciated the last verses of Psalm 27 that remind us that the goodness of the Lord will be seen and experienced in the land of the living. We have a hope that we can hold on to, and it's not just an eternal hope. That certainly cannot be taken away, even in death, but God promises blessing in this life and encourages us and invites us and calls us to wait on him. So that's what we're doing. We are waiting and we are trusting. And the second thing, we are praying. So before I went on vacation a couple of weeks ago, I put out a blog about the 40 days of prayer that we were inviting our church to participate in. We were praying really about 5 different things. Having preached through the Gospel of Mark and the passage where Jesus kind of helps his disciples understand that some spirits are more difficult to combat, and that it is only through prayer and fasting that they are able to exorcise such demons from different situations. And so in this situation, we kind of agreed that this is difficult. This is weird. This is something that we cannot control and cannot fight on our own. And so we are not just going to listen to podcasts, not just going to watch videos, not just going to read books and discuss with friends on social media about all the goods and bads of this situation. We're going to pray. We're going to talk to God. And so we invite people to pray every day. Over 40 days, and we're probably on day 20-something, maybe halfway there. We're pretty close. And it was 5 things we were praying for particular spirits and against particular spirits. For a spirit of unity and against a spirit of division. For a spirit of discernment and against a spirit of deception. For a spirit of joy and against a spirit of complaint. For a spirit of compassion and empathy and against a spirit of indifference. And for a spirit of healing and restoration and against a spirit of disease and brokenness. And so we're encouraging you to pray every day as the church, and trusting that the Lord and expecting the Lord to answer these prayers. And I've seen him be doing that in our body. I know that in your small kind of zone, you may not be connected with as many people as you would like at this point, but I want to remind you and encourage you that there are things happening in our church that the priesthood of believers is ministering to one another. And so I want you to feel that, to know that, to understand that just because we don't have a program, just because we don't have some study that happening, that there are studies happening, there are people being counseled, there are people being loved and served. And so I want you to participate in that in as much as you can. And if you need help, reach out. Please send the elders an email. We are trying to connect with as many members as we can, in person, online, through phone. And it's hard. But if you have a need, we don't got ESP. Please let us know. And we would love to connect with you and meet with you if that is something that you would desire. The third thing is reaching. And reaching has to do with our VBS program. We're unable, obviously, to have a VBS kind of program here at our building, which was the plan. And so we are creating, Aaron Hounsel and Christy Alexander and Mike are helping to put together a VBS at home. So this is a kit that you can use in your neighborhoods, with your neighbors, with your kids. It'll have all the crafts and all the stuff that you need. There are videos that Pastor Mike put together for teaching. And it is going to be a phenomenal way to reach your neighborhood and to reach your children's friends. And so there's a pickup day. I believe it's like August 10th through 12th to pick up those kits. But there's more information coming out about that online, so pay attention to the newsletters. But we still want to be reaching, and that's in addition to just basic conversations, if you're able to have them with your neighbors, with your friends, because this is a ripe time to be talking about the Lord, to be talking about what is happening in the world, be talking about the redemption and the restoration that is only found in Jesus, the hope that is only found in Jesus. There's so many things that have been exposed as hopeless. And what I mean is that as they're objects that you really cannot put hope in because they can be taken away. But Christ gives us a hope that cannot be taken away even in death. And so I encourage you to have those conversations and to preach to yourself before you preach to somebody else. The last thing is meeting. We are going to attempt to have a members meeting. We haven't had one for 6 months, 5 months, a long time. We've got some business to take care of. There's many people or members that have moved. There are members that are joining in the midst of this pandemic. Praise God. And there's just some little business. We also have hopefully some exciting news to share with you about some things that you're going to be seeing in the fall. So August 27th, I believe. It is a Thursday evening at 7 p.m. We're all going to get online and we're going to be doing some voting and some talking and some Q&A. And so hopefully you'll be able to join us. There'll be a link that is put out for that soon. So it was good to talk with you or talk to you. Thank you for enduring 8 or 9 minutes of my face. If you have any questions, please feel free to email elderteam@rdchurch.com, and we will continue to trust that those things that we cannot control, we're not going to let them rob us of the things we can enjoy. So go enjoy your family, enjoy the sunshine, and hopefully we'll get to see you guys on Sunday. God be praised. See ya.